Hey Klaus,
Hi.
how you doing today?
Okay.
You okay? That's good. The last time we talked, this is our second time meeting. I explained a little bit about breathing exercises and how they can be calming and centering when our minds are getting kind of racy or we feel uncomfortable. And we practiced a couple of breaths together. I was wondering if you wanted to start off with a couple of breaths to just ground ourselves here for now.
Yeah, that sounds okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna just take a deep breath in through my nose and then a breath out through my mouth, and we'll do it 3 times. All right, so in and out, in and out, and then in and out. That's awesome. Thanks so much for being here with me today. Um, I remember from last time we were talking about you looking for a couple of ways to manage your depression without medication. Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool. So I wanted to sort of introduce you to the idea of SMART goals in a little while, but before that, I wanted to find out what are some of the ways that your depression is affecting your life right now?
It's really hard to go to sleep at night. Um, Insomnia. Just hard to focus. Motivation and like kind of getting on task and just like really doing much of anything.
Okay, Klaus. So it sounds like it's a lot of stuff around like having some energy and desire to do stuff. And it's also interfering with like your ability to sleep and everything. So have you tried a couple of things with like trying to improve your sleep?
I mean like a while ago I tried melatonin, but that crazy weird dreams. I couldn't handle it, so I couldn't do that. It's like a podcast I listen to sometimes, and that kind of helps me because this guy just rambles on, and it's like it's kind of meant for it, and that's a little helpful. Um, but no, I mean like other sides those things, those are probably the only two things I've really tried with besides just laying there. But that's like kind of actually I think why I have a hard time sleeping is like partially like the um like intrusive thoughts, maybe I guess is the term. It's just like you try to sleep, but when you're laying there and not having anything to think about, your brain usually goes to places you don't want it to go. And like
Sure.
it's a little bit of avoidance, you know what I mean? Not wanting to put yourself in the place where your brain's going to start going places.
Definitely, because those intrusive thoughts they lead to all these feelings. And when you are having these feelings, that it creates like a feedback loop, right?
Yeah.
So, um, well, I think one of the things that has been shown to help with sleep issues is something called sleep hygiene, and that includes like making a routine around how you get to sleep, like just creating, like having times when you will like start your podcast, and then if you can't get to sleep, like getting up after a certain amount of time and like taking a little walk around the room and then giving it another shot. Does that sound like something that you would be interested in?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't usually have much of a routine, and um, giving yourself a first shot, let alone a second shot, sometimes. So yeah, I mean, just I guess routine should be good, but establishing it's difficult. So
Definitely. So I think this is an area where the SMART goals could really help. The SMART is actually an acronym, so, or an initialism if you want to be specific. It is, it stands for goals that are specific, they are measurable, they are achievable, and they're relevant to your goals, to what you want out of your life, and they're time bound, so they take place in a certain amount of time. I'm thinking that there could be room here for like 1 or 2 nights this week to try and start creating a routine around your sleep schedule. Does that sound like something that you'd be interested in?
yeah, I mean, it's certainly something I should be doing.
So, and what makes you use the word should there?
Well, I mean, like, I can't function without sleep, and I'm just not getting enough of it. So,
Okay.
but turning, yeah, just making it like a could, if you will, like, just, I don't know, it just seems really difficult in a way. Even though it sounds really simple, it just feels really difficult.
And that's why we start like super small, just like, do you think that there would be like one day, say this weekend, since it's Saturday, so like maybe for over the next 2 nights, Saturday and Sunday night, say what time would be reasonable for you to start winding down?
No, like the early double digits, like 10, 11, like
10,
if I could,
11.
yeah, get those extra hours in.
Okay, so let's see. What's the first thing that you do when you're getting ready for sleep?
Probably like brush my teeth.
Okay.
Usually it's like the first sign that I'm definitely gonna try.
So yeah, so I think for right now, maybe picking like 10 o'clock is the time that you brush your teeth, right? And then maybe you're kind of puttering around, like still getting ready for bed. And then by like 11 o'clock, you turn on your podcast and you try to lay down for a while.
Mm.
Do you think that those 2 things over the next 2 nights,
Yeah.
that's manageable?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, and then I'm just gonna ask, like, if you take a moment in the morning and just write down whether, you were able to do it the night before. And then even if it doesn't work out tonight, the Saturday night, then you got another shot to do it tomorrow. So let's try for one night this weekend, doing the routine of brushing the teeth at 10 and then putting on the podcast and laying down at 11.
Okay.
Okay, what do you think about that?
And maybe I can try and compress it a little bit. I mean, like, it's
Okay.
good. An hour cushion's nice, but maybe if I try and, you said baby steps, so take it slow, but maybe if I'm laying down by like 10:30, 10:45. But
Yeah, just as long as it feels like achievable to you and this is your goal. I'm just here to kind of lay out some possibilities,
Mm-hmm.
so and then we can check in about it again next week.
Sounds good.
Awesome. So how did this go today for you?
I mean, verbalizing things, putting it a little in perspective helped.
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad to have the chance to talk with you about this, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how you feel about it next time we talk.
Yep.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Klaus. It was nice to see you.
Nice seeing you.
Hey, this is Kate reflecting on how the CBT and SMART goal role play just went. I felt pretty comfortable. It's a technique that I've used before with clients, and I think that helped me feel a bit more capable and in control. Plus, I've used it for myself, so I had a little bit of self-knowledge there too. I think at times I was a little too leading for Klaus because it was, I just wanted to make sure that we got everything in on time and that we were able to like make some measurable moves forward, which is so important with CBT. I think in the future, I would want to use some more of the techniques that were laid out like in our textbook to get to more of like the thought patterns and challenging assumptions and getting a little bit more into the intrusive thoughts that Klaus had mentioned, so that we could make a little bit more move toward challenging those unhelpful, the unhelpful like thought and feeling patterns. So that's about it. And overall, I feel pretty good. So I'm glad to have this done. It went a lot better than my role play last year. So progress. Thanks.